welcome to The Pretty Intellectual, a place where we talk about all the things that matter to women over 40. I'm Sarah Bartlett, and I'm really glad you're here with me today. I've had several people ask me lately to share my skincare secrets, which that is so kind, honestly. So that's what we're going to get into today. And I guess if I were a really great YouTuber, I would make you watch a 30-minute video before I shared my secret with you, but that's not me. For me, I think the so-called secret to why my face and my skin looks the way that it does is twofold. So one is I've always been really diligent about sunscreen. I know that's the most boring response in the entire universe, but it's true. And then also, I'm very invested in hydration, keeping my skin hydrated. I think that hydrated skin looks very plump and youthful. So those are the two things that I really focus on. Are those secrets? I don't know. But those are the things that I do. Yes, I do also have some products that I really love and swear by, and I am excited to share those with you. And I will get into that. So yeah, those two things, though, are what I would consider my two big secrets. Let me tell you a little bit more about me, and that'll give you some perspective on why I choose the products that I do and why I have created the skincare routine for myself that I have. So I am 45, and I do have some mild rosacea. I have a history of skin cancer on both sides of my family, and I obviously have very fair skin. And so avoiding sunburns, which are an absolute disaster for me. I burn and then peel. I'm very red, like a lobster, if that happens. Like avoiding excessive sun exposure has definitely been something that I've been aware of since my 20s. Like I said, I'm very diligent about using sunscreen. And then also, I live in Minnesota. Minnesota is a place, if you're not familiar with the US or if you've never been here in Minnesota, it is very, very cold and dry 6 months out of the year. And that definitely factors into how I treat my skin. Yeah, I really focus on how my skin feels. I don't want it to feel tight. I don't want it to feel tight. I mean, I think that that is definitely how I know that things are not going well. Although the primary focus of the routine that I've made for myself, I would say, is focused on reducing redness, irritation, and boosting hydration, I'm certainly interested in staving off deep lines and also, excessive sun damage, sunspots. I'm fine with normal wear and tear, fine lines, wrinkles, discoloration. That's normal. That's life. I have it. I have all of that, and I'm fine with that. That's no big deal to me. What else do you need to know? I get facials probably every 6 to 8 weeks from an esthetician, and she usually tells me that I need to address dehydration. I've not yet had fillers or Botox or any medical procedures. Not against it. I just haven't done that myself. I will be the first to admit that the skincare routine you are about to hear about and then see, I will show you at the end of the night, what it looks like for me to remove this face of makeup. That this skincare routine is not minimal. It is not fast. I'm not recommending that you need to do this, but it is something that I enjoy. I would not do all of these steps if I didn't enjoy it. I would not use a product if I didn't enjoy using it. I'm not someone who's going to suffer through a beauty routine for in the name of anti-aging or something like that. That's just not me. I really enjoy the time that I spend removing my makeup or my sunscreen at the end of the night, and also starting my day off with my skincare routine in the morning. And I'll share that with you in a different video. But with all of that being said, let's get started with my nighttime skincare routine. All right, first things first, cleansing. I like to double cleanse because I'm always wearing sunscreen. no matter what, whether I'm wearing makeup or not. And I do feel as though I need to use something more than just a general face cleanser to get that sunscreen off. But I do also typically wear makeup. I enjoy it, and so I usually need something to get all the eye makeup off, just get everything off so that then I can really wash my face. So the oil-based cleanser that I have been using for a while now and enjoying is from Shiseido. This is the Perfect Cleansing Oil, and I really like this for a couple of reasons. One, it does remove every last lick of makeup on my face, from mascara to eyeliner, and it is very gentle. It doesn't leave a film on my face. It doesn't irritate my eyeballs if I get some of this in my eyes. It doesn't taste weird. I don't think it has a scent. Does it have a scent? Maybe, okay, it has like a light scent. Okay, I totally lied. It does have a scent. Shiseido products generally do. Oh, that feels nice. That actually feels really nice and hydrating on my hand as I'm rubbing it in. I'm showing you nothing. It's a clear oil product. It doesn't do anything. I mean, it doesn't, you're not going to see it doing anything. But it has a nice, light, citrusy scent. I'm terrible describing scents. You're going to learn that about me real fast if you don't know it already. But this just does exactly what I need it to do. It is fairly fuss-free. It's not really thick and gloopy, so it's not going to leave, like I said, a film on my face. It just takes everything off and lets me move on to the next cleanse, which is, you know, the portion of the face washing that really is the actual washing of the face, if you get my drift. What I use to wash my actual face, once I get all the stuff off of it, is the La Roche-Posay Toleriane, I should have figured out how to pronounce that better, I'm sorry, Hydrating Gentle Cleanser. I like this because it's not a foaming cleanser. This one is kind of goopy. This one is gonna look a little unappealing. That looks unappealing. My sister-in-law does not like this, and I can understand why. There's just nothing. This is a product that there's nothing really appealing about using it, other than the fact that it just makes my skin feel nice and hydrated. It doesn't strip it at all. It just makes my skin feel clean. That's what we're going for. We want our skin to feel clean and feel ready to take on all the rest of everything else that I'm going to layer onto it. The exciting stuff. Is this exciting? No. Does it do what I want it to do? Yes. Does it get it ready for the rest of the fun stuff? Yes, it does. After cleansing, my next step is to layer on a real juicy essence. An essence is a water-based product that prepares my skin to absorb the next set of ingredients that I'm going to put on, which are serums. And so serums are like, I mean, that's the real active stuff. And so I want my skin to be ready to absorb and just really get the most out of it. And an essence helps me do that. I really like this one, the Real Complexion Hyaluron Skin Essence from Handskin. This one, like I said, feels really juicy. It's a little thick. If you're not familiar with an essence, that might not make a whole lot of sense to you. But if you are familiar with essence, the thick and juicy descriptor, you're going to get that. So this one has hyaluronic acid and collagen. And listen to this: quench skin with abundant moisture. Yes, that is what I want to do. So, okay. So, I mean, yes, it's running down my hand, but I mean, that is thick. It's a water product, but it is thick. So I really enjoy that. I just pour it into my hands and then pat it on. You'll see me do that later. And it just gets my skin ready for what's coming next. You're going to see a theme here as far as ingredients go. We're getting into the good stuff. We are getting into serums. You are going to see so much of this ingredient. All right, so the first serum that I use is hyaluronic acid. What is hyaluronic acid? If you're not familiar, it is an ingredient that attracts moisture and helps retain moisture in your skin. Yes, I want that, absolutely. So, my esthetician actually told me that I should incorporate this into my skincare routine maybe 6 months ago. So, I've been using a serum for about that long. I initially started out because, as you do, maybe you don't. Okay, I hope you don't. As I did, I started out with a like $100 hyaluronic acid serum. Finished that, was like, meh, it was fine. Now I'm using the Inky List hyaluronic acid serum. This is $10. Can confirm they do the same thing. So I will not be using a $100 hyaluronic acid serum ever again. This does the trick. It's perfectly fine. This is not a serum that you do something and you're like, oh yeah, I love that, amazing, like, oof. But you use it and you're like, okay, yep, yes, yep. Does that make sense? If there was going to be one specific product that I would recommend, it would be this next one. This is a vitamin A. I have very sensitive skin, so prescription strength vitamin A, which comes in the form of tretinoin, I can't do that. What I can do is this one from Medicate. This is their Crystal Retinol, and this is a product that I have been using for the past 4 or 5 years. And what I love about this is that it comes in several different formulations. So you can start at the lowest formulation of vitamin A and step your way up. So I've worked my way up to 3. There's still several more potent levels of vitamin A that I can work my way into, which I love that. This is also formulated with vitamin E and, can you guess it, hyaluronic acid, as well as glycerin. So this is a very nice, thick cream. It has a slight cinnamon scent. Do you use this, and do you agree with me that it kind of smells like cinnamon? And so it is very soothing. And I think that anybody who has used tretinoin or most other, typical super strong vitamin A products would say soothing, vitamin A, retinol, they don't usually go together. But this one feels really good. The active vitamin A ingredient in this is retinaldehyde. So I really enjoy this. I definitely have recommended it over and over and over to friends, family. I think it's very effective. And it just feels really nice. So yeah, that I think is, if there were to be a hero product in this entire lineup, I would say that this is it. I am a big fan of eyelashes. How about you? Do you love your eyelashes? I love a lash, and so I'm very invested. Was that dumb? I'm very invested in keeping my eyelashes. How about you? So I have been a user of eyelash growth serums for the past 10 years or so. And I've used many on the market that I have enjoyed. But I am currently using one that I learned about from one of my fellow favorite YouTube creators, Mandy Davis, MUA, and it is called Eyelash. Now, I don't love their marketing. They promote themselves as being a clean beauty brand. I don't enjoy clean beauty as a marketing thing. They differentiate themselves as a clean beauty product because within the eyelash growth serum game, some use ingredients like chlorprostinate, which there have been some lawsuits that have come out about that. I personally have used a lash growth serum that included that ingredient. That was Rapid Lash, and I did experience some redness along the lash line. It worked, but it was a little irritating, and it was also pretty expensive. I like this because no irritation. It is only $34 for one tube, and you can actually get additional discounts if you order more tubes at a time. And it works. Every time I go get a facial, My esthetician, her name is Carly. I will stop calling her my esthetician like I own her. I don't. Her name is Carly. She's great. She always remarks like on how full my lashes look. So for all of those reasons, I really like Squirrel Lash, and I really like eyelash growth serums. If you've avoided using an eyelash growth serum because you've thought maybe they're a scam, do they work? They do work. So give it a try if you've ever been interested. And this is a good one to give a try if you are interested. We're in the home stretch. We are getting ready to moisturize. Okay, so I prefer, when it comes to moisturizing my face, I prefer at night especially to layer instead of putting on something very thick. That just feels better to me. So can you guess the ingredient that I am trying to layer onto my skin? Any guesses? Hyaluronic acid. You got it. Okay, so I'm currently using the Shiseido Essential Energy Hydrating Cream. This is a little baby travel size because I'm out of the big one. But this one is nice. It has, again, Shiseido products have a fragrance. Fragrance doesn't bother me. This has what I would consider a fresh green floral. I'm showing these to you because that's what people who make beauty videos do. It's a cream. It's white. You've seen creams. It is very lightweight. It blends in very nicely, but it feels very like instantly quenching. It is not a thick cream, but you can feel that's doing something. Oh, that feels good. Yeah, so I really enjoy that. And I would say, I mean, I'm wearing this to bed, so no one is gonna notice like, wow, look at her skin. But I mean, I feel like you can kind of see a difference. But you could also, this is not exclusively a night cream. This is not marketed as a night cream. I just use it as a night cream because that feels like the right consistency to me. So if you wanted to wear this any time of day, you certainly could. If I feel like I need a little extra something, I do like to layer on an oil. The reason I like to layer on an oil is because I don't tend to get really dry in all of the same places. Like I don't need that extra oomph everywhere. I don't need it throughout my T-zone necessarily, although this is confusing. I don't need it on my nose or my chin, but I do need it on my upper lip. My upper lip gets so incredibly dry. So what I will do is take a little bit of oil and I will pat it over my moisturizer on my cheeks, a little bit onto the outer edges of my forehead. I don't need it right in the center. I don't need it here, and I don't need it on my chin. So just here and on my upper lip. And the one that I've been using is the Clarins Blue Orchid Treatment Oil. This is a nice fat oil. Does that sound unappealing? Oh, boop. I just booped the microphone if you heard that. Amateur hour over here. Yeah, so it just feels very lustrous. It feels very, yeah, it feels really good. It does have that sort of dry oil feel though, so it's not gonna sit on your skin and just sit there like, all right, here I am, just sitting here. It does sink in. I will also say Clarins products, a lot of fragrance. This is a strong scent of patchouli, which I generally do not enjoy. That is not one of my favorite scents. However, right before bed, I don't mind it. It also smells a little bit chocolatey to me, which maybe also I don't mind. But I don't mind the concentration of the patchouli scent, which to me feels fairly light in this product. And using it right before bed, I don't mind. Man, my hands are gonna be so ready for bed by the end of this video. Are you thinking, Sarah, what else is there left to moisturize? Two things. One, under eye. You don't need a dedicated under eye cream, but I like one because why not? This is, wow, a lot of Shiseido. Okay, this is the Shiseido Benefiance Wrinkle Smoothing Eye Cream. And this is a thick boy. I mean, if you're a baker, that would be whipped peaks for egg whites. Yeah. So this one also is scented. I would say this is a little bit more floral heavy, less green. And it is just, this is a velvety, this texture is velvety. It is thicker than the overall cream that I put all over my face. And I like that. So I really like to just press it in. This is definitely not, especially around your under eyes. Oh my goodness, be careful. You know I'm serious when my Minnesota, oh my goodness, everybody. You're gonna really want to just pat this in. I will demonstrate a little bit later. But this is not something that you would want to try to rub in. But I just love it. I mean, it feels very nourishing. Again, we're going for the plumping effect, especially around the eyes. For me anyway, that's what I'm going for. And I feel like that delivers. All right, last thing. Lips. You can't go to bed without lip balm on. You absolutely can't. And I really enjoy the Clinique Moisture Surge Lip Hydro Plump Treatment. This is unflavored, it's unscented, it is not exciting, but it comes in a tube. I don't like dipping my finger in something like in a pot and slathering it over my lips. I don't like that experience. So I enjoy that it just squeezes out. I will show it to you also. Why would I stop now? You can see it. It's right there. Yeah, I mean, it's just a nice thick balm goes on your lips. And I can feel it the next morning whenever I wake up. And that I think is essential, especially because fun fact about Sarah, I wear a CPAP machine. That is a mask that goes over my face to help me breathe throughout the night. And that sucker can literally just suck all the moisture and hydration right out of my mouth and lip area. And so the fact that this is still on my lips after that, I've got to think that for mere mortals who are not wearing a CPAP machine, I would guess that your lips would wake up just literally gleaming. Okay, maybe not, but I mean, I find it to be very effective and I really enjoy it. So that's that. So I've shown you all of the products that I am currently using and that I really enjoy. So why don't I actually go into the bathroom at the end of the night, like I said, and I'll show you me using them. The order, you'll get to see what it looks like, just me actually using the products and going through my skincare routine. Let me know if you have any questions about anything that I've used. I'd be happy to share more information about anything in particular. But I would love to know a little bit about your history with skincare. What was one of the first skincare memories that you have? A couple things are coming to mind for me. As a child of the 80s, 90s, like the scent of Noxzema in that blue tub. I mean, just saying the words Noxzema and I can smell it like hitting my nostrils. And the second one is the Clinique 3-step skincare. Like that was definitely one of the first things that I remember aspiring to have. And when I did have it, I felt like, oh yeah, I've got a skincare routine. And the way they used to have the soap, and it came in a green case that would slide open, and just like the sound of it sliding open and closed, I don't know, like that is a core memory for me. So I would love to know, what is a core skincare memory for you? Share that in the comments down below. Thank you again for spending this time with me today. I hope that this was interesting, that it illuminated what my skincare secret is. And I don't take it for granted that you chose to spend your time with me today. So thank you again. You'll find details on all the products down in the description box below. So until my next video, I hope that you take care. Bye.